Hi everyone and welcome to And Sew On. My name is Lisa and today is a sewing day. So as you can probably hear, I'm back with a cold. I think I got 4 days without having to blow my nose and now I'm back with a cold again. So it's just one of those winters, I think. Anywho, I'm gonna sew today and I thought I would take you along with me. So if you'll remember, I have this gorgeous green sweater knit. It's super beautiful and I decided to make a bodysuit with it, a crossbody bodysuit by Jaubert. I did a toile, or at least I started a toile, and then I kind of messed it up, and in the end it's not going to be a functional toile. But I did learn a lot just from cutting and sewing the bottom portion. So right now I'm going to set this out and cut it and see what I can manage. I think I'm probably going to do the tanga version, like the thong version, only to save on fabric, and also because I'm only gonna be wearing it under pants, so that just makes more sense to me. But I might see if I can get the full bum version out of it. I just don't know if I can. And then I bought a new pattern from Tammy Handmade. It's called the Ravenna dress. I'll put in a picture. And I have, one second, I have this cider color ponte from Meter. I have 3 different remnants and I think it would be awesome in this. I think it has enough stretch and I think also a good recovery, which I think in a dress like that where it's quite body conscious, I like a little bit of recovery. So I don't know if I'll get to it today, but that's one of my plans. And then another plan I have is I have this green sweatshirting, one second. I have this green sweatshirting from Telas Mágicas, and I posted my unboxing of this order over my Patreon, which is new, and I'm gonna do a full chat about the Patreon, but if you wanna, I'll link it below if you want like a little preview. I think I've put up 2 free videos and then 2 as part of the subscription. So if you want a little preview and you're watching this, head over and look at that. But I have this, and I think I'm going to do the new Marigold top from Closet Core Patterns. They have a new kind of a little bit like seam work where every month they're going to have a new pattern. And if you buy the whole year, you can buy the backlog of patterns as well. Now, right now there's only 2 patterns up there, but I think if you buy the full year, you get 13 months. So you're still going to get like an extra bonus pattern. So I really like that Marigold pattern and I think it'll be perfect for here. So I think I'm going to buy that and make it this. So in terms of the silk that you guys gave me so many good ideas for, and I so appreciated all of your ideas, all of your encouragement, I still haven't decided. I still haven't decided, but let's see if I can take this here and show you. I have it drying in my bathroom. So a lot of you said for me to wash and dry it in the dryer. Here's the thing, in Europe, dryers are really much less popular. I have a washer dryer combo and it's a bit of a, I was gonna say it's a bit of a disaster. As a washer, it's totally fine. But you know, washer dryers in Europe are always high efficiency. And so it's like 2.5 hours just to wash anything, sometimes 3+. There's one quick setting that's a washer dry combo where you put in 1 kilo of clothes, which is very, very little. If you think of that, it's like 2.2 pounds of clothes. And even then it's not actually dry. So here people wash stuff and they put it out of the line or they put it on a drying rack. In there I have a dehumidifier that's for this whole lower level of our house. And the dehumidifier has a clothing setting to dry clothes faster. So I have it in there. So that's kind of how I would wash it, right? I just put it in I have a hand wash tub with a little bit of gentle detergent and then I'm hanging it up to dry. Like I said, I still haven't decided. I'm almost now leaning towards the Sauvie dress by Soho 7. I saw, there's a wonderful channel called Sarah Naomi and she's lovely. She's an American living in Paris and she sews beautiful, beautiful stuff. She's actually going to sew her wedding dress coming up, working with a designer, which I think is the coolest thing. Like the designer helped her come up with the design and like sent her the patterns, I believe, and is like working with her to create her own wedding dress. So I'll link her below. But she made a Sauvie dress, and I love Sew House 7. And I think, you know, most of what you guys did is make sure that you show off that fabric, something very simple and something you'd wear a lot. I'm still going back and forth. The tunic was very popular with you guys. I'm just not sure I would wear it enough. And I know like people are like, oh, with flowy pants or whatever, but you've got to think about how you would dress, not just what would be ideal. And I don't really wear tunics over flowy pants. Like, it's just not my lifestyle. So it looks gorgeous, but if I'm not going to wear it, then the other thing I thought is maybe the Sun blouse that I've made a couple of that I really like. So I know I'm waffling, and you guys came up with such good ideas, and I'm still not sure. So I'm gonna start with the bodysuit and then probably move on to the Marigold. Maybe well, I'm not gonna get to it today, but also think of that dress. It's the 4th of February today, and I was thinking that the Ravenna dress might make a good Valentine's Day dress. I think we're gonna try and go out for Valentine's Day. So yeah, so maybe a Valentine's Day dress. So I've got some time to work on that. And then as the silk dries, I'll show it to you. Hopefully it'll be dry by early afternoon. And then we can look and see if it's transformed at all, if the handle is different, etc. Okay. All right, here we go. I also got myself a new cutting mat. I found that the one that I had was really small, and it was prohibiting me getting a lot of stuff done. So I've got this new cutting mat, and actually I can throw the other one here on the end to make it even bigger. And yeah, I think it's just going to be a lot more practical. And I think it was 30 bucks. So it wasn't a huge investment. And I think it will really help me just to have more space to cut stuff out. Okay, so my phone died, so I missed giving you a few updates, but here we go. I have the lower part of the bodysuit done, and essentially I use the serger to attach the lining piece and the elastic, and then I zigzagged over that, and then I just did a straight stitch so that when I trimmed away, I wasn't going to see elastic. So like I said, this goes like this, and it's a tanga back. And then I have the pieces that will be like the border on the wrap. So I've got those attached, serged together, and then attached. And now I'm going to attach the fronts and backs at the shoulder seams. In the meantime, my silk, here's my soup. My silk is dried. It does not feel markedly different. It actually does not feel particularly soft, maybe because of the crepe texture. If I felt this in a shop, I would not think it was silk, but it is gorgeous. It is silk. And the more I look at it, the more I'm thinking it has to be a dress. Yeah, so I'm leaning back towards dress. But that's a project for another day. Today, let's finish this. Okay, so I've got the front and back attached right sides together at the shoulder seams. And now I need to open this up and attach one of these. I guess this way. Okay, so I've got this pinned all the way along, and I'm going to serge this edge. Okay, so this is interesting. This is a bit of a pretzel that you have to construct with the two front and backs that already have the the facing already there. And then you lay one on top of the other with the crisscross and then pin both sides. So I think I have it right. Right sides together. Yes, right sides together. Okay, fingers crossed. No, not right. Not right. Not right. Okay, so after taking that apart at great pain, and yes, I know there's a way to take out serger stitches quickly, but I couldn't see the stitches well enough to be able to do that. So I just did it the old-fashioned way and tore at it until it eventually, I do have one small tear in my fabric, but I'll be able to clear that up. So rather than looking at the instructions, what I've done is I've put it together inside out, and then I'm gonna figure out which pieces need to go with which pieces so that I don't make that mistake again. And I'm also gonna sew it first with my sewing machine to make sure that I have it right before I finish it with my serger, so that I don't have to take apart serger seams again. So wish me luck. Take two. Okay, so it's the next day, and I did the first try on and I couldn't get it on. It was way, way, way too small. And let me show you, I did finish it because it fits my 16-year-old really well. So I'm going to show it to you because it is beautiful. And I'm so sad it doesn't fit me because I love the color. This is the front here. I actually think this band is the problem, because the stretch this way is not as much as the stretch this way. Now I did do it according to the cutting instructions, I think, but it could be that the fourth one, maybe the third or fourth one, maybe I didn't. I did force myself to try it on after it was done. And it does fit the bottom half. You can see the tanga in the back. It's just ironic that now I've made this. Well, I did a toile that didn't work to the point that I couldn't even try it on, which was my fault in the cutting. If I had tried it on, who knows if that would have made a difference. It's really pretty. I'll put a picture of Audrey wearing it just so you can see a little bit. Yeah, so looking at it now and trying it on again, like I can see here that the I don't know if maybe it's the maybe because I serged it, maybe it's the serging holding it tight. It's the cross here that's really tight. Anyway, I think I should probably size up at least one. And now I don't have any more of this beautiful fabric, which is so sad because it's so pretty. I have two other possibilities that I can tackle this with again. Also from Meter. The second one, I can't remember where that's from, but this is a black ribbing. And actually I just got more of it in another sample sale of theirs. I could get rid of this. It would be really pretty in black. But part of me wants to do, I'll put in a picture of the Zoey tank by True Bias. I kind of want to do a Zoey tank dress. And I think now with this second piece, I have enough that I could squeeze it out. And so I think I want to save that for that, because I think in the summer, I would really get a lot of wear to that. I can also do rid of this red bamboo jersey. It's coming out a little tomato-y on screen. It's a little more like it's a bit more of a blue red in real life. And I definitely have enough, and it is definitely very stretchy. And because of the crossover, like when you stretch it, does it look see-through? That's my only thing. Oh, not so bad. Not too bad. So this might be the one. This might be the one. Different look. Red will be a little more daring, but it's pretty. I don't know that I'm going to tackle this again today. I'm a little bit tired of this pattern, although I do really like it. I think it'd be very hackable. I could see wearing it short sleeve. I could see wearing it sleeveless. I could see, thread. I could see using it as a bathing suit pattern, you know, obviously with the full bum the full bum option. Not, I mean, of course in Spain people wear very little to the beach, but that's not me, so I would definitely go for the full bum option. Anyway, so that's a little bit disappointing. That's a little, I wish I had something more, you know, complete to show you guys. Okie dokie, I'm back. I took a little break to get stuff done around the house. Now, I'm formulating a plan for the silk. I still am not 100% decided, spoiler, but I'm going to toile something. Okay, so first of all, I was thinking of the Sauvie dress by Soho 7. I don't know if I've already, oh yeah, I did. I already mentioned that. I'm hesitant to buy another pattern right now. I feel like I've bought a lot of patterns lately. I'm still thinking about that, but I want to see if I can use something I already have first. So I have the iris dress from Vikisews English. I'll put in a picture of that. And the reason why I like this is I like that it's fitted on top, but then it's just a very straight skirt. And I would probably do it without the flounce at the bottom. I don't think I have enough fabric for that, so it would be a bit shorter. It's kind of like doing a slip dress that some of you had suggested, but it's not cut on the bias. And it has something a little bit more interesting at the top, you know? So I have this gray, I'm not even sure where this is from, to be totally honest, but it's a very lightweight cotton, very, very lightweight, very drapey. So that makes me kind of think as a good dupe for the silk as a toile. And I've printed out just the bodice. I use this fancy dancy little tool that I have that makes me so happy. This little tool that I got for, I don't know, $3 or something like that. And to punch out your little markers makes me so happy. Yeah, so I'm going to do a mock-up of the bodice, see how I like it, and then if I like it, I'll probably add the skirt or something to the bottom, so at least this is a useful toile. But I figured, well, that's pretty much all I can probably manage right now. And then I was thinking again more about the bodysuit, and I think part of it is just the combination of it being not quite stretchy enough. I also top stitched down around the bands that were crossing with a straight stitch. And I wonder if that top stitch held things a little bit too much in place. Anyway, my 14-year-old is now wearing it. I'll put in pictures. She loves it. So it will get worn, just not by me. So now I'm thinking I am going to use this red, and I am going to size up one. Thankfully, I held on to a lot of the, held on to like the paper around where I cut, so I can go back in and add just a little bit, mostly just to the side seams. Anyway, getting loud upstairs, so I'm going to start on this and I'll see how I go. So I have to say that I really enjoy the instructions on the Vikisews patterns. This is the only the second of their patterns in English that I've made. I've had to try and figure out the Russian ones in the past, but now they're in English, which is great. And every you know, piece is very, very detailed. Like they show it before it's been, like when it's just pinned, and then they show like how to press it, and then exactly how to trim it. And every single step is very, very clear. So especially for something this intricate in terms of putting together the bodice, being able to see all the notches match. Not that they wouldn't match in a regular pattern, but I guess what I mean is there are more notches, which I like. Like I would prefer more notches because then I go, okay, I'm on the right track. It's like having more signposts along the way on a map, right? Excuse me. Still cold. Anyway, I have this kind of, I'm getting there. Like I've got These are the bottom cup, front cups kind of thing. I've only cut it one. I haven't interfaced them. I mean, this is just a toile. But I'm enjoying the process, which is kind of nice after having a sewing fail, more or less. It's kind of nice to have something that you're enjoying, whether or not it ends up looking good. So let's see what happens. And now it's Monday. This was supposed to be a one-day sewing vlog, and just nothing has gone to plan, but I know that you guys like one of the reasons you like my channel, or so you've told me, is because I show the reality of the ups and downs of sewing your own handmade wardrobe. And so I'm just gonna keep going. Now it's Monday. I'm gonna finish whatever I can finish today, and I'm gonna post this because I really wanted to post a video on Saturday or Sunday. Now it's Monday. I'm wearing my Lindsay, and this is the Lindsay from Vikisews, and I did it in two contrasting small bits of sweatshirting that I had with some ribbing from Meter. Now, I do want to make this again. The fabric that I was going to get from it is no longer coming, so I might use that green that I said I was going to do the Marigold in, or I might find something else. I haven't decided yet. I do think, I said that I might size up. I actually think the size is good. I'm just going to make the cuffs a little longer. I like a chunkier cuff. So the Baila cross front mono bodysuit. Here they call it a body. The kids love it. Audrey wore it to school today. Lily wore it yesterday with a little tank top underneath. So yeah, the kids love it. So that's something. And at least it's not going to go to waste. And I will make another. Here is the beginning of my toile. And I need to steam it, obviously. But I've got both the lining and the front of the smooth of the bodice, which was actually really fun to put together. I really enjoyed it. And so yeah, so it'll go like this. I think it's gonna fit. I'm gonna do the back. I think I'm gonna just complete this dress as is and just see what comes of it. It's very pretty material that I can't remember where I got, but it's very nice, light gray cotton, and I think it'll be pretty. I might need to line the skirt, but it's very pretty. So I understitched the lining there. And yeah, like I said, the instructions for the Vikisews are really good and really clear. And I love the close-ups of every single position, because especially with something like this, it's really easy to accidentally rotate one of the pieces and end up with mistakes. And I managed to not have to rip out anything. I had pinned a couple things incorrectly, but I saw my mistake beforehand. So I'm going to take the back piece. I've got to wind some elastic thread onto my bobbin and do the elastic back. I'm going to do tie straps. I'm not going to do the whole ring thing. It's just more effort. And then, yeah, so hopefully I get this finished today, and then I can get this uploaded, and then you guys can see next time me do it in silk, and maybe even get another one of those bodysuits made. Okay guys, here I go. Okay guys, this is the last update, and here is the bodice here. So I added the straps. I did the shearing on the back, but messed it up. But I had it enough that I could try it on, and I do think it will work. I'm not going to turn this into anything right now with the rest of the fabric I have. You can see I have some puckering there, but I also didn't interface this. I can't remember if I said that or not. I didn't interface this. So once it's interfaced in the silk, I think it'll be really pretty. I probably will also still do the tie straps, because that gives me a more flexibility, but we'll see. I might do it with the adjustable straps. And when I don't mess up the shearing on the back, then I think it'll make a big difference. So this is salvageable. I'll do something with it, even if it's just like a, an apron top or something like that. You know what I mean? I will do something with it because it is very pretty, and I learned a lot doing the toile. I definitely think that I'm going to not make some mistakes with the silk that I would have made if I just jumped right in. So, which is the point of a toile? No? Anyway, I actually have a question, if you guys know. So this point here, you can see, is not so sharp, and there's so much bulk. There's so much bulk in here. I tried to cut some of it out, but there's like, no matter how you slice it, there are 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of fabric coming together at that point. So if you guys have a suggestion for me on how I can make this a little better, this would also be really nice in like a linen or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, I could see it just being really comfortable and breezy in the summer. So, okay guys, that is it. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I mean, let me know down below if you have also had a sewing day or a sewing weekend that just nothing truly went right. This was one of those days, or one of these sewing periods where I enjoyed it, I had a good time, and yet nothing exactly worked. So hopefully next time things will work better, but that's the truth of the matter. So I hope that you guys enjoyed it anyway, and let me know if you still like seeing the type of content even when nothing is going well. Okay guys, that's all for me. The sun is kind of shining, but it's a pretty gray, cold winter day. So hopefully where you are, it's a little brighter and a little cheerier. I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.